Hello, my angels, my loves. What we're gonna do today is we're going to pull out a little bit of my makeshift cards, and kind of see if I can pull some energy on your person, the person on your mind. Get a little bit of information about them as far as what they may be up to, a little bit of their physical features, as well as just little things to kind of personalize it for you to see if I'm pulling on your person, okay? And some of the choices and decisions that they made. I will also get a little bit of shadow work of what they're doing in the background. And then I'm going to pull on some makeshift on if you were in communication with your person, some things that you would like them to know about you, like what's going on right now in your energy, and things you would like to say if you guys were talking. For those of you that are not in communication with your person, something that you would like them to know about you, like how you transform, how you grow, and how you heal. 11:11 when I say that on the timer. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with the prayer always. Father God, I call on you to help me with this reading, that if someone needs to hear a message, that you tune them into my channel so they can receive the message from you, their spirit guides or their ancestors. I do ask that there is a specific thing that needs to be said, that you give me the download to relay that to them. Use my body as a tool. Use me as a tool to get your word out there to those that are healing on their spiritual journey, and to help guide them towards their spiritual journey and understanding into their intuition. I do ask that everyone always listen to your intuition. Forget what I say as a reader, what other readers say. Listen to your intuition, okay? That's where your guidance is going to come from. I ask that my ancestors, my spirit team, my good guardian angel, to protect me as I do this reading from any negativity or any ill will or harm that's sent my way, and that is returned to them as always. And then Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Okay, so what can we see? What is out there? Alright, intuitively, what am I feeling? Okay, so I have the color blue. So the color blue, someone could have blue eyes, be wearing blue, feeling a sense of sadness about them, depression. They could have a blue car, blue truck, or blue could be their favorite color, okay? Blue is also, speaks to me as a fifth chakra, meaning the throat chakra. So someone could want to express how they're feeling right now. They could want to communicate with you. They could be having trouble speaking their feelings, trouble being vulnerable with you, okay? They're wishing that you would reach out to them. They want to reach out to you. Again, you may have them blocked. Next thing I have is green. Green card, green eyes, green with envy. Green meaning the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. Someone could want to balance their relationship with you, balance themselves out, come back in harmony with you. They want compassion. They miss the compassion between you guys, okay? Someone could be a widow. Someone couldn't have, thank you. Okay, so someone is a widow and their loved one that has passed on is around them. They're watching over them, okay? Yeah, I do have that. Thank you, Spirit. Someone could be missing their widow, leaning on them, and they want to balance in harmony. They want to say how much they love them and miss them. Okay? Alright, an Acura. Someone can have an Acura. Could be blue, could be green. Green again coming out here with the heart chakra. So there's some green out here on the board. Someone has a Tesla car, Tesla truck. Someone dealing with karma. Someone could be messing with someone named Tess, or they could have Tess in their name. Alright, this person is dealing with karma. Wants you to know that they own nothing. Whatever they didn't have, whatever material assets that they did have, they have been restricted or taken away from them. They're having a loss of material items, loss of money, loss of opportunities, a loss of income, okay? Whatever they were trying to build outside of you is falling apart. Georgia. Someone's from Georgia, works in Georgia, knows someone from Georgia, dealing with someone that's in Georgia. Someone may have some bisexual tendencies. So someone could be in the closet or didn't want you to know that they were dealing with some bisexuality. They do like someone of the same sex, or they're engaging with a third party who is bisexual. Okay, someone could be born in the 70s. 7 can represent something to you. 7 is the Chariot in tarot. 7 could be someone trying to overcome obstacles, someone trying to come your direction but not taking any action to come your direction. 7 is also a divinely guided card. 7 also speaks about illusions and choices. Someone could be ready, feeling defensiveness. Someone could be trying to stand their ground in a situation. All that has to do with 7. Someone was operating outside of their 9th house. That has to do with higher learning and travel. So someone could be doing a lot of traveling right now. Someone could be researching things, trying to find out more about your relationship. Twin flames. They could be looking into tarot. Someone could just be looking at going back to school, doing some learning, or doing something with philosophy, because night also has to do with philosophy. So someone could be trying to just go into their higher self. Okay, do a little bit of spirituality, look into spirituality. Someone couldn't have been dealing with the air sign, air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you could be an air sign, they could be an air sign, or they could have been dealing with the air sign. Okay. Also air signs represent communication. So again, someone wants to communicate with you. Someone could be in their 60s, born in the 60s, something about the 60s. 6 represent lovers, partnerships, and choices. Someone made the wrong choice in a partnership. They chose the wrong lover to build with. Someone was in their pride and ego at the time. They were too prideful to let you know how they really feel. When you walked away from them, they were too prideful. They stood in their ego and letting you get away instead of fighting for the relationship. Okay, someone is healing right now. Someone's going through some depression and sadness based off of the decisions that they made out of their pride and ego with the choice and lovers that they chose. They feel like they didn't walk towards love, they walked towards lust instead. And now they're healing. They're dealing with the consequences behind that because they're dealing with some karma. They miss you. Okay, they're dealing with some financial constraints at this moment. They're trying to get their money together. They're trying to get themselves together. They were dealing with a lot of their lustful ways. Thank you. They were dealing with sexuality. They were more into they didn't want to give into emotional relationships. They just wanted to deal just in lust and sex, and they didn't want to heal. Okay, so they're feeling annoyed, appalled at their decisions. They're angry with themselves. They're now a homebody, although before they were in their lustfulness and they were partying. They now want to stick to themselves. They don't really want to go out there and interact and deal with that stuff anymore. Someone could be staying in an apartment, looking for an apartment, looking to leave a situation and move. Somebody could be in the process of moving, have moved, or getting kicked out, or needs to move. Okay? Someone's a stalker. Someone either has a stalker, stalking you, stalking your pages. If you're on social media, calling your phone from different numbers. Someone could just be trying to see what you're up to, what you have going on. The person who they trying to get away from could be stalking them, harassing them all the time, calling them, trying to see what they're doing all hours of the day and of the night, riding by their place. Someone could have a Nissan. Their stalker could be driving a Nissan. Okay, they could be driving a Nissan car, truck, put it where it goes. You can have a Nissan. All right. Someone's a life partner, a life path 6. Sorry, why did I say partner? Nothing is by mistake. Okay, so their partner could be a life path 6. They saw you as caring, nurturing, and responsible. Okay, but they choose a different partner other than you, so they didn't walk towards their nurturing, caring partner. This is somebody who's also drawn towards careers that involve helping others and providing support. This person could have gone towards a partner who they have to provide support for, someone who's dependent on them, okay? Someone's a functioning drug, whether their addiction is alcohol, drugs, or gambling, or whatever. Someone's functional with it, though, okay? Oh my gosh. Hold on, you guys. Sorry, everything just came falling out. Someone has a deceased mother or a mother figure. So someone that you're involved with, rather as you, that who they're involved with, but someone has a deceased mother or a mother figure to them. Okay? Thank you. Massachusetts is out here. Someone could be from Massachusetts. Know someone from Massachusetts, dealing with someone from Massachusetts. Someone was married. They either are married, getting married, or ask someone to marry them, or they see you as marriage material. Someone is on the north side of town. Okay, someone feels very stressed. At this point, they're very restless, not getting any sleep, could be having headaches, need to see a counselor, in therapy, receiving therapy. They're trying to accept that they are the cause of the demise of this relationship. They want to be affectionate towards you. They saw you as very affectionate, and they wish they would have appreciated you. Someone does hair. Dating a hairdresser, is a hairdresser, met somebody at the hairdresser, know somebody that does hair for a living, okay? Delaware is out here. Someone could be from Delaware, lives in Delaware, going on a trip to Delaware. Someone's shy. Someone is shy about coming in and communicating with you, speaking out of their throat chakra. Someone that is usually outspoken with others, for some reason when they're in your energy, they are very shy. They see you as being religious, okay? Somebody could have had a Cadillac, owns a Cadillac, or looking to purchase a Cadillac. With this color being out here, does this let me speak about the second chakra, which has their sacral chakra? So someone is very sensitive right now. Someone is in their emotions. They're dealing with a lot. They're emotionally unbalanced with ups and downs right now. Okay, they're not being able to be creative. You did bring out this person's sensual side, and when they think about you, they do think about the intimacy that you guys shared. Okay, and they do miss that. Alright, yeah, moon is out here. So again, somebody's in their emotions. They're looking at their life and where it has led them and the decisions that they made. They're in their feelings. They miss you terribly. They're very regretful, very sad. Chinese. Chinese might mean something to you. This person might be Chinese, going to China, likes to eat Chinese, likes Chinese photos, decorations around the house. Could be dealing with somebody who's Chinese. This is green, so this speaks about the heart chakra. They're wanting to balance their relationships. They're wanting to be compassionate with you. Somebody might be disabled. Okay, they might be receiving Social Security. They could be dealing with disability. They may be disabled. The person they're dealing with may be disabled. Someone could have a bike, whether it's a motorcycle or a bicycle. Something about a bike. Someone's going bike riding a bike, looking for a bike, purchase a bike, needs a bike. I lied about you. So yeah, someone lied about you. They lied about what you meant to them. They lied by keeping their emotions, their feelings to themselves. They lied about your relationship. They lied possibly and said that you guys were not involved when you were. They lied and said you were a friend when you were more than a friend. They lied about just what you meant to them, period. Okay, they made it seem like it was just a sex thing or it was nothing and it was more than that. They probably lied and said they weren't interacting with you. I let my friends and family come between us, control me, sorry. So they let their friends and the influence of their past relationship and their family dictate their relationship with you, and they let that draw a wedge between you guys. They didn't give to you because they were busy trying to people please someone else, okay? Because they were hiding behind a mask and not being true to themselves, not being authentically themselves. And now, because maybe their friends or family wanted them to see them with somebody else, or You just don't want to see them with you because of the difference that you had on their life, the positive influence you were. They don't want to see them grow and leave them behind. So to let that influence them, and also because they were lying about you, these people never got an opportunity to get to know you for themselves. So what influence, the influence they had on your person to guide them towards the path that they chose, is based off of what your person was going back and lying to you about, not being honest about you. I like big girls, so whoever you were with likes fuller figure women. Okay, they could also like Caucasians, the opposite, or they could be Caucasian. Okay, Mississippi. Mississippi means something to somebody. Somebody's from Mississippi, lives in Mississippi, going to Mississippi, or Kentucky. Kentucky's out here as well. Somebody could like the Derby. Somebody could like betting on the horses. New Mexico. So someone could like Hispanic. Something about New Mexico is out there. Somebody wants to get away, go to New Mexico. Know somebody from New Mexico. Okay. Someone's yearning for you. I told you, somebody's in their emotions. They're depressed. They're terrified that you guys will never come back together. It'll never be like it was. They'll never get an opportunity to have you in their life again. Law enforcement. So law enforcement may be coming into play. Maybe the person, someone works for the law enforcement, has had a run-in with someone in law enforcement. Law enforcement is keeping an eye or watching your person if your person is involved in something shady. Okay, maybe they're in a lot of conflicts right now because they're dealing with karma with the person that they did choose over you, and law enforcement is having to come out to their place, okay, because of a lot of conflicts. Or maybe you're gonna have to call law enforcement because somebody's stalking you. We did have a stalker out here. Someone lives in this city, okay, someone has moved to the city, lives in the city, or wants to go in the city. Someone was in need of constant attention, so, and is suspicious of others. So this person couldn't give to you because they required attention from other people. They need to be in the limelight. They needed to feel validated. So one person was just not enough for this person because they needed the attention of other people to make them feel worthy. Okay, and but yet they're suspicious of others. They feel like they can't trust other people because they know that they're not trustworthy themselves because they need so much attention. If someone has a Dodge car or truck, someone separated, somebody going through a separation, they're not dealing well with the separation between you two, they're looking to get separated, something just isn't going right for them in their life. Okay, let's get one more and then we'll move on to some other personal identifiers. Well, give me one more, spirit guys, most important one. Okay, somebody was abusive. Someone is abusive in that relationship, whether it's your person or that person that they chose over you. Someone has an abusive, physically, emotionally, or mentally abusive in that relationship. Okay, so let's get a little bit more personalized physical features about your person, and then we're going to find out what this person has going on in their unconscious to help you understand them more. All right, let's see. Do one more. I like to do 3 shuffles. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Alright, can we have some personal features for the person on the collective mind? Give me a few. Okay, that's one. Okay, let's see. Okay, alright. So we have out here, the first one is individuality. Yeah. Someone didn't like that you were authentically yourself in your individuality, okay? They were wearing a mask. They were hiding behind a mask. They weren't showing you who they truly were. They were withholding their emotions, their feelings, and just things about them, traumas, past hurt, insecurities that they had. Someone had black hair. You have black hair, they have black hair, or they dealt with somebody with black hair. Someone had straight hair. Could it be straight, long, blonde hair, okay? Someone was petite. So someone was, small and petite in this thing, but it also looks like a child. So someone couldn't have had a child, A little girl or someone could have been dealing with a child's parent, and someone felt powerful. And not only did they feel powerful, but they felt that you were powerful, like you had the control over their emotions, and they felt like they didn't have control in your relationship because there was so much intensity with the emotions between you that they didn't feel powerful in the relationship. They felt like you couldn't hurt them at any given time, and they didn't like the way that made them feel. Okay. Someone's seeing somebody age range 27 to 45. That could be you, your person, the person you're dealing with. So a woman comes up here, so someone left you for a third party woman. Your person could have been a woman. Your person could have hazel eyes. You could have hazel eyes. Someone could like the color green, wear red lipstick, and like to wear eyeshadow. And someone could have had long hair, wig, weave, braids, whatever. So this was the physical features of what the person on your mind, okay, or either person that they're dealing with. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit of what's going on their unconscious side, and then we'll do a little bit of what you would like to say to that person if you were communicating with that person. Say your piece within your energy and how you feel about what transpired between you. Let's get a little bit of your insights and your energy on it, okay? All right, so let's see. Collective. What is going on with the shadow work with this person? What is going on in their unconscious? Okay. So shadow alchemy. So turn shadows into gold by shifting your awareness. So empowerment and rebirth. So your person might be going through a rebirth. They may be allowing, they might be receiving clarity now about you and what you were to them. You definitely took the experience and alchemized from that, and you're on your healing journey, and you're doing something creative and inspiring with your life. You're being a motivation to others, and you've empowered. Okay, you've taken your energy back, and this person is being called to do the same. They're being called to go in and make changes in their life and empower themselves to do the healing work. And okay, what else? Heal through art. Yes, so somebody might, it's saying express your shadows in art and let healing unfold. So someone is being asked to use their creativity to be expressive, to express themselves either through music, through art, through, it could be internet, through speaking, teaching, just whatever artistic ways that they have. They're just being asked to express themselves, okay? It could be through song. It could be through drawing, painting. All right, shame and guilt. Yes, your person, let's turn off. Your person is feeling very shameful right now and very guilty on how they treated you. They're accepting that they are the reason that your relationship did not work, and it's because of the fear that they had. It says, fill them without judgment. Mistakes do not define your worth. And that's true. Like the mistakes you made, that does not determine your worth and your value, okay? You make mistakes because you're unhealed. So the thing is to learn from these experiences, to learn from your mistakes, to make the change, to heal that other side of you, okay? To accept the things you cannot change, you know? What else, Spirit? Thank you. Sacred boundaries. So respecting and honoring your limits sets you free. So definitely you need to set boundaries for yourself. Don't allow people to walk over you and treat you in a way that's undeserving to you. Do not stay in unhealthy relationships. Do not allow a person to determine, how you're going to be treated. Set boundaries for yourself, set goals for yourself, and stand behind them. Be assertive. Have some self-care. Have some self-love. And know that how you allow a person to treat you, like you teach a person how to treat you, okay? Unseen patterns. Yeah, so change your thoughts and change your life. So reprogram yourself. So you recognize before you left that this person that you were dealing with had a lot of patterns to them, and once you started, and they may not realize their patterns, so they keep repeating the same cycles over and over again because they're not recognizing the patterns they have in their relationships. They could actually be repeating patterns that were set for them from their parents and grandparents, or even just the family and friends that they keep around them, and then not realize that they're allowing themselves to live in toxicity in unhealthy relationships because of repeated patterns. So it's saying unsee the patterns. All right, so reprogram yourself. You don't have to keep living life the same way that you were living. Once you recognize like the pattern that you have, that you keep repeating the same cycles over and over again, like do what you can to change yourself, work on those, and reprogram yourself to do things differently. Okay, and then the last one for this is going to be inner cosmos. So with that, it's saying to embrace the light, first acknowledge the dark. So you need to see, in order to make the change, you need to see what needs to be changed. Okay, you need to go deep within, do some introspective, do some meditation. Like, what traumas have you gone through? How have you allowed those traumas to affect your life? Like, once you see how they have affected you negatively, then you can actually go in and make the change to make a difference, to turn your life around. Like, you don't have to keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and it's like no age range for that. Any age, at any time, just when you see the pattern, do what you need to do. 25-25 when I say that, to fix it. So look that angel number up. What does 25-25 mean to you? If I add it together, it's 50, which is 5, which is change, is what I'm telling you to do. Make the change. Okay? So let's see. What is it that you would like to say, your higher self, to that person that you are involved with? Okay. My 3 simple rules. This is you to them. Love is nothing without action. Trust is nothing without proof. And sorry is nothing without change. So these are your rules that you live by. Like, you don't just take a person say they love you. If they say it, it simply doesn't mean anything to you anymore if there's no action behind it. You're not going to trust a person without them proving that they're trustworthy. And sorry is nothing without change. A person can tell you to sorry all day long, but if they don't change their behavior and it's just words, then you're not going to accept that, because you need to see the change. You need to see that they hurt you and that they're going to make a change to not hurt you again, not just accept I'm sorry from them. Okay, so what else is your higher self saying to that person? I no longer allow people to disrupt my peace. Yeah, you let this person come in and they disrupt the peace in your life. They put you in a headspace. They gaslit you. They emotionally manipulated you. They played in your face. They deceived you, and they just had you at a place where you felt restless. Like, you felt like you had to question yourself, like, what am I doing? Is it my fault? Did I say something? Did I do something? And you didn't do anything other than try to love this person. It's just that this person played so many mental games with you and head games with you, and you knew that you were pouring nothing but love in this person, and you were believing in them because you saw their higher self, the person that they had potential of being, to you question a lot of things about yourself. And so now you're just saying, like, no, I'm not going to let you come in and disrupt my peace anymore. No one will ever. Now that I found my self-love again, my self-worth, and I place my boundaries, I'm not going to let someone come into my life and then disrupt my peace like that again. Like, your peace is everything to you at this point, and you're being very protective over it. You lost the realest one you had. Yeah, you want this person to know that what they lost in you, they'll never find again. You had unconditional love, you had trust, you were loyal, and these games that they played, like, they only played themselves out of a gift. Okay, looking for my empress. So you are looking, this speaks to your heart chakra, and you're looking for your empress or your emperor at this point. Okay, you're not looking for anything less than that. You want your divinely guided soulmate. That's who you want at this point. As a divine, I won't argue, I won't fight, I'll just stop engaging. So yeah, so you want this person to know, like, yeah, they did a lot of games, they told a lot of lies, but like, you didn't call them out on every lie. And my philosophy on that 28 is like, you don't have to tell a liar they're lying. A liar knows they're lying when they open their mouth and they tell a lie. So do you need to call them out on every lie? No. Why are you doing that? You're just showing your hand. Like, you don't need to go back and forth with a child. If someone is playing games, they're showing you their unhealed self, they're showing you their character. Just look, study, watch, see the patterns. Like, you don't have to engage on every single thing and turn everything into a fight with them. You just pay attention and watch, because you don't have to go through their stuff or try to sneak and try to see what they're up to. Like, as a divine, you don't have to do that, because you already know. Like, whatever you're doing behind my back, when God is ready for me to see it, He will show it to me. I don't need to follow you. I don't need to question everything. I don't need to investigate. I don't have to see what you're up to. He's going to show me. He sees, like, God sees everything that person says and does behind your back. He knows every conversation. He knows every lie they told. He knows what they do in public and what they do behind the scenes. And when he's ready for you to know, he will reveal it to you. So like, you don't have to question this person. You don't have to fight with this person. You just don't have to engage in the BS. You just move when God says move. That's all you need to do. Okay, you thought the grass was greener on the other side, so sit there and water it. All right, so you want this person to know, like, you thought it was greener grass, you thought somebody was better, you thought somebody had more to offer you than me, then stay over there. Don't come back now. Don't say you're sorry. We can't get back to where it was. Stay where you thought you were better off. Okay, and the last one, I know my self-worth. You just didn't see it. So just because this person refused to see what you had to offer, they refused to see the good in you and what you meant to them, and they didn't see your self-worth or your value, doesn't mean that you didn't. Okay, so once you just decided that you were going to place boundaries and not allow somebody to just walk all over you, and like, that's when you left. Okay, and with this, I do get a lot of the solar plexus, and that does talk about like your self-esteem, your transformation, your power. Like, you took your power back. You transformed yourself. You just stopped letting them have the control, and you realize that, you know what, you're doing too much with my energy. You're feeling yourself in my energy. You're building yourself. You're manifesting yourself in my energy. You're coming too boastful, too much pride, too arrogant. I'm going to take my energy back, and I'm going to pour out this love into myself. I'm going to pour this energy into myself, and I'm going to manifest off my own energy, and I'm not going to keep providing you with my energy. Okay? And that's what you've done. All right, so now this tells you a little bit about like the person. Hopefully, like, a lot of this resonated with a lot of you out there. So you see what your person's going through. You've got opportunity to say what your higher self want to say to them. Yeah, a little bit of personal description, and I hope that, you know, this was it. Oh, you know, I will pull one angel message. I just like to finish things off with an angel message, especially because you're doing so much healing. So let's get, I'll say one, but I'm only going to do one shuffle, and whatever comes out, comes out. So let's see here. Angels, what is it that you want to say to the collective at this point? Like, what is it that the collective needs to hear from you? Okay, so let's see if more than one comes out. Only one came out, so you do have one, and this is no. So, you know, I don't know what the no is. So, like, if you asked your angels for if you asked them something, if you had a thought on your mind, if you were wondering something, if you were seeking advice, the answer is no. So, no, not at this time, not right now, don't proceed forward, stop, halt. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. The answer is simply no. Okay, so whatever you were wondering, whatever you were thinking, maybe you were thinking, should I take this person back? Should we know? Like, it's a no. It's just a no. Whatever your question was, the answer is no. All right, thank you for tuning in my channel. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your spiritual healing journey. And until our next session, thank you.